Twin dragons. Turns out I'm the defective one, the broken dragon. My father, the Dragon Emperor, grabbed me with his own hands and cast me into the dragon's fang abyss. The gods went wild, cheering for my brother's overflowing power. And me? I plummeted into the forbidden hell zone, my body covered in bloody cracks. Down here in this stench-filled abyss, I chewed through beetles and swallowed rotting flesh raw, all just to survive, and awaken the ancient candle dragon bloodline's unlimited devouring power. Every scrap of flesh and blood is fuel for my revenge. And when I claw my way back to the Nine Heavens Dragon Palace, I'll crush every last one of you! Crack! A sharp snap rang out. It cut through the dead silence like a knife. I forced my head up out of a pile of rubble. Every bone in my body felt like it had come apart. Every breath sent a burning, searing pain through my lungs. I looked down, and by the faint glow of slime dripping off the cave wall, I got my first real look at myself. No more human hands at a keyboard. Now I had a pair of tiny forelimbs covered in dense red scales. My claws were soft and weak. One had snapped clean off from the struggle, leaking dark red blood. The jagged black crack running across my belly looked like a mocking grin, a constant reminder of my broken birth. This place, the underground city, the one place every living thing on this continent fears. The air reeked of sulfur and rotting meat. From somewhere in the dark came the heavy, thunderous footsteps of something massive. Every vibration made my already fragile heart clench tight. Hell of a starting point, I thought with a bitter laugh. I transmigrated with the memories of a grown adult. I figured I'd be the main character, the overpowered dragon protagonist. I mean, while I was still in the egg, I could already feel the ancient candle dragon bloodline flowing through me. But reality slapped me hard across the face. Hunger was crushing my stomach like a vice. During the sacred hatching ritual, my brother, the so-called chosen one, greedily sucked up all the innate spiritual energy, leaving me a malnourished, premature hatchling. Memories started flooding back. The true dragon heavenly palace, high above the 9 heavens. The noble clans had all gathered. Golden light poured in. I hadn't even gotten a good look at the world before a massive golden claw ripped me open. Roar! A powerful dragon's cry shook the heavens. That was my brother, Ao Tian. 3 meters long, his whole body radiating glowing energy and colorful mist. Blessed be our clan, a born golden dragon. The golden aura surges. This is a sign of our dragon clan's great rise. That thunderous voice belonged to my father, Emperor Ao Qiang. And me? I was the size of a palm, dull red scales, bare patches of skin showing. In that dead silence, the eyes of every powerful clan turned toward me, full of contempt and mockery. Twins! Someone muttered under their breath. Father, those golden eyes snapped toward me, looking at me like I was a piece of trash. Father! My voice was barely a whisper. Ao Tian glanced at me coldly, lifted his head in disdain, and shuffled away like he couldn't stand being near me. Dragon clan law, 1 litter, 1 dragon. My father's voice echoed, cold and absolute. Of twins, one must be cursed, and one must be worthless. This one's too weak. This is the will of heaven. And with that, his massive claw hurled me into the air. I caught a glimpse of my mother, a silver true dragon, lovingly licking Ao Tian clean. She never once looked at me. This one's innate core is depleted. His bloodline is impure and worthless. Keeping him will only poison our clan's fortune. My father carried me to the dragon's fang abyss. Below was a churning black void of death energy. Go! The claw let go. No! I screamed inside as my body fell like a snapped kite into endless darkness. Suddenly, a sharp pain in my gut ripped me out of the memory. I jolted awake in a crack between rocks, drenched in cold sweat. I'm alive. On the way down, I'd smashed through several giant mushroom-like fungi and barely made it out. Grumble! My stomach let out a thunderous protest. I'm a candle dragon, even a defective one. I was born with an innate gift. Devour. Anything I eat gets converted into energy and strengthens my bloodline. Just then, a faint scraping sound reached my ears. Scratch, 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 scratch. I held my breath. A beetle the size of a human head was crawling across the rocks. Carrion beetle, the lowest tier scavenger in the underground city. Spirit rank. Knowledge from my bloodline hit me instantly, and my eyes turned red. That's food, let's go. I pressed my body low. Pure survival instinct drowned out the fear. I waited for it to pass the gap. Then I moved. I let out a fierce little roar and launched myself like a tiny red cannonball straight at the beetle. My baby fangs drove perfectly into the gap between its head plate and chest plate. Squirt. Shh, shh. The beetle thrashed wildly. Foul, dark green bug blood sprayed all over my face. But to me, that was the sweetest nectar in the world. Swallow it all. I sucked and clawed like a maniac, locking onto its abdomen and refusing to let go. The beetle's mandibles sliced through my scales. The pain just made the ferocity in my eyes burn brighter. I thought about my father's cold stare, Ao Tian's arrogant look, my mother's silence. I can't die. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna eat every last one of you, I raged inside. I tore off a chunk of beetle flesh and swallowed it. A rush of warmth exploded from my gut and spread through my limbs. My wounds started clotting. The beetle stopped moving. I won. First fight of 2 lifetimes. And I took the W. I went absolutely feral on the rest of the beetle. Every bite made me stronger. Right then, the ground started shaking violently. Boom, boom, boom. That heavy drumbeat pressure could only mean one thing, an apex predator. My scalp went numb. I tried to run, but my body was too drained to move fast. A massive shadow blotted out the faint light. I slowly turned my head, and my pupils shrunk to pinpoints. Right behind me, a single eyeball the size of a truck was staring straight at me. The eye was a murky, muddy yellow. No vertical slit pupil like normal reptiles. Instead, it spread out like shattered rock fractures. A thick membrane covered the surface of the eyeball, making a wet, sticky slap with every blink. I felt my blood run cold. This thing was enormous. That one eye alone was several times bigger than my whole body. Just that one exposed eye was already several times bigger than my entire body. By the faint glow of the bioluminescent moss around us, I barely made out its shape. Its skin looked like it was patched together from rough chunks of granite. Dark green moss and unknown wildflowers grew in every crevice. Its massive nostrils blasted out 2 visible jets of hot air, instantly heating the space around it, thick with the smell of earth and wet grass. An earth dragon. A full-grown earth dragon. My bloodline memory flooded my mind with information. Earth dragons are the mid-tier rulers of the underground city. Thick hide, insane defense. For me right now, this thing was literally the Grim Reaper. It's over. I squeezed my eyes shut and waited for death. Its hot, wet breath hit my face. That level gap made every trick I had completely pointless. A deep rumbling sound rolled out. I opened my eyes in confusion. It hadn't bitten me. It was just sniffing me up close, really carefully. Its rough snout pressed against my body, surprisingly soft and warm. The earth dragon pulled back, then let out a low, strange rumble from its throat. Kukukuka. That was curiosity, not a threat. It looked at me, then looked at the half-eaten beetle behind me. Next second, it actually stretched out its barbed tongue and gently licked the bug blood off me. What is this big dummy doing? I was completely lost. The earth dragon's eyes softened. It slowly laid down and nudged my butt with its snout, coaxing me to crawl into its embrace. She'd clearly just given birth recently. And because of the familiar dragon bloodline scent, she'd mistaken me, this scrawny, red-scaled, premature hatchling, for her own baby. I had mixed feelings. Thrown out like garbage by my own dragon mother, and adopted by a monster. Grumble. My stomach snitched on me again. The earth dragon looked worried. She rolled over, exposing her belly, which smelled like warm milk. A fuzzy mental pulse hit my brain. Eat. That was earth dragon milk. Pure life essence infused with the power of the earth. Pride means nothing when survival's on the line. I bolted over and buried myself in her warm belly, gulping it down, 100 times richer and sweeter than bug blood. Not only did it start healing my damaged meridians, even my broken bones began knitting back together with a tingly itch. Her massive claws shielded me from the cold, stale wind and carved out a little pocket of warmth just for me. After drinking my fill, a wave of exhaustion washed over me. She picked me up in her mouth and carried me deep into the den, dropping me into a nest of dry grass. In the corner were 3 baby earth dragons, bigger than me by 2 sizes, glaring at me with full hostility. One bold little punk even headbutted me, basically telling me to get lost. Bro, I'm a candle dragon. I bared my teeth and let out a low growl. The little guy froze. Then their mom let out a warning growl, shut them all down, and herded the 4 of us together. I ended up squished in the middle, pressed against that rough but real warmth. And somehow, I felt safe for the first time in forever. Since you've taken me in, I closed my eyes and let my mind drift into darkness. From today on, this is my home. Anyone who messes with you, I'll eat them.